Yo, what's going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to a brand new episode of Saturday Night Locals. Here we are in episode 97, drawing ever closer to episode 100. And we are in round 4 of the ongoing locals that I've been covering. We are currently 2 wins and 1 loss. We need to win this to get some store credit. And for me personally, I really wanted to like top locals with this deck so I can move on, because, you know, we're just still getting around to those donation incentives, this being one of them, revisiting Rikka. And I'm going to be revisiting Mermail next. I'm just going to be waiting until May. I know that's a little ways away, but there's some new water support coming out. There's one card in particular that's coming out in that set that I would want to wait until it's out to actually revisit Mermail. But yeah, here we are in round 4. I'm playing against Edlich Horus. It's been so long since I played against Edlich, but here I am, just starting my combo here, winning die roll, thankfully. And again, just freestyle combo, opening up the Lily Borea alongside the unexpected die. Just going to go ahead and get Dryas on board, get my sowing, and then just do Therion plays, now establishing Regulus before I resolve the sowing. And sowing only locks you into plants in the extra deck, but we only play plants in the extra deck. The only things we have to worry about locking us into plants, like just summoning plants, period, would be things like Petal Effect, Snowdrop Effect, and the effect of Con. The set. Those all will lock you into only being able to special summon plants. So yeah, just kind of got to watch out for that. But yeah, standard line you guys have been seeing me do here, going for the Jasmine, and then Jasmine Effect, tribute off the Twin to go ahead and summon out the Aromage Laurel. Love it every time I don't draw that card. Even drawing it sometimes is not terrible, just because if you are able to resolve Healer, you can just spec it as a free extender. Gonna gain 500 off the Laurel there. And then, yep, both Jasmine effects triggering simultaneously. Also, I want to thank, somebody left a comment on the previous episode. And, yeah, someone said I should consider summoning Thrasher first instead of Healer. There's a line where you have the double Jasmine on board, then summon Borea. Use the Jasmine from the non-extra monster zone and the Borea from Melius to bring back Loki. Summon Regulus, then use Jasmine and Loki to summon a second Melius to reborn Loki. Twin F engrave, banish Melius to summon Jasmine, then link off Loki and Healer for a third search. Yeah. That's interesting. That also required me playing 2 Melius, which I don't want to do, but thank you for that potential combo line. It does sound pretty nice. One thing is better than resolving Jasmine 2 times, it's resolving it 3 times. But regardless, grabbing Snowdrop and Mudon, summoning out the Mudon. And that's going to grab the Con. We get the Con. That sets the sheet to the board. And go ahead and link off both the Jasmine and the Mudon for Melius. Melius is going to go ahead and bring back the seed, going into Bangalancer. Very similar to what I did, I think, in the last round, summoning the Bangalancer in the main monster zone. Now using the Glamour to tribute off the Jasmine to grab both Primula and Princess. Arguably, I could have tributed away the Bangalancer just because you can bring it back later on with its graveyard effect, but maybe not necessary, because Jasmine's on-field effect to protect whatever it points to while you have higher life points is kind of a neat effect in some cases, especially when you pair it with a Sowing Engrave. And yeah, I just keep it super simple here. End on Regulus, end on Strenna, end on Bangalancer, Sheet, Princess. Quite a bit of interruptions, quite a bit of interaction. It's just the age-old problem that Rikka Sunavalon has, and it still has, honestly. I don't think any of the new Aromage cards necessarily help with that, although, again, I could be wrong, because I haven't read much of them. But it's like ways to interact with spells and traps. Like, Regulus is really the only way you're stopping spells and traps. You know, Princess, or Teardrop rather, the Rikka Princess, like that only tributes monsters. Bangalancer bounces monsters. Princess only negates monsters. You can only tribute monsters.
I'll negate with Princess.
Yeah, so he goes ahead and activates the Golden Lord sending off a spell there to try to send the Regulus. I do negate, just not with Regulus, now that I see what I'm playing, because I need to keep that Omni Negate live. And then I go ahead and bring out the Strenna.
He can summon himself from grave.
Yeah, I don't know why I was looking at Alsay there. I don't summon Alsay. I don't know why I was looking at him, though. I should have probably just brought out Teardrop, if I'm being completely honest, because that would be a way to keep Golden Lord off the field. And then they're going to go ahead and activate Cursed Outland. They're going to pay 800 to go ahead and search. I was like, there's just...
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, I could have negated that. But then he still has Golden Lord and Grave Descendant, which dumps another card. And I just wanted to keep the Golden Lord on field just because... Or not the Golden Lord, the Regulus in play. Until I saw something that was actually kind of warranting the use of the Omni Negate. So they do bring out Golden Lord here, sending off the Curse Outland. And then they're going to go ahead and use Curse Outland and Grave to go ahead and send. And yeah, I just let that resolve here. It's also been very long, again, like I said, since I played against the Eldlich deck. So I had to kind of like remember on the spot what cards do where, you know. Also remembering that like Golden Lord is now boosted by 1,000, so it's at 35. Regulus is also at 35 too, because it has Lily equipped, because it's gaining 700 at 28. So he could crash, but I would have to, you know, bounce with Bengal Lancer if I wanted to prevent him from doing that. And not sure what my opponent does next, because I also have the audio for the game I'm listening to. I don't know if you guys... I don't know if I'll leave it in.
Sure.
Yeah, so they go battle phase, and I said yeah too quickly, as is with most things. I could have just still in main phase gone Bengal Lancer effect to bounce it. I mean, it puts Lord back in his hand, but he can't use the send effect again. And it makes all of his traps dead, potentially, because they need to have Golden Lord in play to be able to resolve their other effects, like Conquistador, you know, all those types of cards. So, yeah, that was just a little mishap on my part. So, they go to main phase 2, and they activate Gold Sarcophagus, which is like, that's one hell of a card. And Regulus is not going to do much to that, because Regulus doesn't negate activations. It just negates effects, and it doesn't destroy. So I have no way to really interact with the Gold Sarcophagus, which is really unfortunate, as they discard the Scarlet Sanguine to go ahead and dump another name, which is pretty damn good. But I've been in this situation before. I forget who I was playing. I think I might have been playing against my friend Dan, like a week or so ago when I was testing Rikka against, I think it was like Tier, Horus. And, like, as overwhelming as it seems, you know, the Rikka deck can really just handle the Horus cards, even if they just come back, because, like, Sheet is just such an incredible card. You let them just commit so much. And then you can tribute and then take, you know, 2 Horus monsters. So you're getting one off the field regardless, and then you just take the other one that would have a good effect when something leaves, and then it just goes to your field so they don't get a chance to trigger it. And one thing that kind of shook me is that they were playing, like, all of the Horus monsters, like Dalmatef, Happy, Imseti, and Kubensuef. Probably butchered that. But they bring out 2 names here. And I thought about maybe burning Sheet at this point, but I was like, I'll probably just let him commit a little bit more before I use the Sheet, because that's like literally one of the most powerful pieces of interruption and interaction like that you can set up in this deck. And yeah, as expected, they go ahead and overlay for a rank 8. And it is going to be the Zombie Vampire. And I don't think... I'm curious to know when I actually use my...
I'll negate.
Yeah, so it looks like I decided to negate the zombie vampire effect to make both players excavate 4. Which I guess is fair enough. I guess it's fair. But I think, you know, I was also like worried about him milling more names, I guess, and then more traps to like resolve an end phase. I guess that's what I was worried about. But he goes and uses the King Sarcophagus yet again, discarding Golden Land Forever, dumping Happy. So we can bring that back. I mean, really, the only thing I need to worry or to like focus on is going, you know, what am I trying to say?
I'll activate sheet.
Well, I am going to use the sheet here. Tributing the Happy, targeting to take the zombie vampire. I did this because I was worried about SP Little Knight. That's why I did that.
No, till the end of the turn.
Yeah, I didn't want him to make Little Knight and get rid of Regulus. That's why I, again, did that. But he could also just, like, easily...
Effect, target to return your hand.
Yeah, I guess this deals with the threat of Typhon. Getting rid of that. So I guess I played that pretty well. But I just need a way to stop the Sanguine from resolving next turn. And then I should be fine to pretty much just win the game, right? That's at least what I was thinking. I thought I'm in a pretty decent spot right now. And they're going to go ahead and use the King Sarcophagus again, because it is up to 4 times per turn. And they go ahead and dump Q here. That's the thing that kind of sucked about that. It was a little bit of an oversight.
Yep.
The fact that I had just bounced Golden Lord back to his hand, so it gives him a free discard to use King Sarcophagus again. So they use the Scarlet Sanguine to go ahead and set the Conquistador. And I'm actually... There's Conquistador, and there's one other one. I forget its name. And I know there's the Guardian one that's like... it like makes a monster's attack 0 non-target.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there's the Typhon as expected. So they go ahead and use Typhon. And they were going to bounce the Regulus, but they're like, actually, maybe that's not the best idea. I'm going to bounce the Bengal Lancer instead, because you put the Regulus back in my hand, I just get to start my turn with an Omni Negate again. So, fine by me. But, yeah, I tried everything I could to get the Typhon play offline, but he just happened to play every single name, which I don't know how commonplace that is in most decks that play Horus engines, but... So, he's going to go ahead and banish some more and reset some cards. And he's got the one that revives one from grave, too. So, like, he's got 2 ways to get Golden Lord in play.
Draw.
Which is pretty good. So I draw for turn. Declare that I'm entering the standby phase.
Yeah.
And in draw phase, he activates the effect.
Summons one from grave.
Yeah, grave or hand.
Summon one from grave or hand. And I should have negated this. I want to see how this plays out, actually. So he brings out Golden Lord. And then...
Yeah, go ahead.
He's going to go ahead and read Con. I still have an Omni Negate live. Yeah, I should have negated that spell. And you'll see why in a moment, but like it completely caught me off guard. I totally even forgot about this interaction. So they activate Conquistador,
I'll attempt to negate with Regulus.
and I am forced to negate that just because otherwise I'll just lose the Regulus.
Yep.
And then Scarlet Sanguine gets to resolve now for free, and since he has Golden Lord, he can bring out pretty much any zombie, which is going to be Necro World Banshee, which is going to get the Zombie World in play, which just loses me the game on the spot, since my entire board has been cleared at this point. And I was like very confused here, admittedly. Like I know I can't tribute anything unless it's a zombie. But I don't know how the interaction works with, like, Glamour and Con already being up. Like, could I... And I didn't even try it because I didn't even want to, like... I didn't honestly feel like calling a judge over. But I don't know how that would work if I could go Glamour right now to tribute, like, Typhon or Golden Lord. I don't know how that works. I don't think I could. But... Yeah, I just, I should have just scooped. I also thought Lone Fire, was worded differently. But it does say tribute to plant, and I can't do that on a zombie world. So, yeah, and everything's a zombie, so can't do that. And, yeah, this is pretty much where I lose the game. I'm reading Glamour here again because... I'm not sure if I would even be able to do, to use it, right? I would just need a way to make Alsay, but if I have no way to get Snowdrop even on field, or a Lily back to my hand, I have no way to get to Alsay, so there's just, nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. If I was playing Nightmare Phoenix, though, I think I'd actually be fine. Because I could just summon Princess, and then link off the Lone Fire and the Princess into Nightmare Phoenix, discard a card, get rid of it, and then Glamour keep playing, right? So, does that mean play Nightmare Phoenix and Rikka? I don't know. Probably not. But, yeah, we go game 2 where I opt to make my opponent go first because I didn't know what else to do. Going first in game 1 did not prove to be very good, right? My end board just does not interact with the way the deck plays, or way their deck plays. So I was like, you know what? I'll just try my luck and let my opponent go first and hope that I see 1 of 3 Evenlies, 1 of 2 Lightning Storm, or a Harpy's Feather Duster. So I had 6 cards going in. And, so I just hope I see them. And I did. I did see Evenly and Duster and Imperm and Ash Blossom. Plus Loci. Like, honestly, you really couldn't make a better hand. And they start with Reasoning, which kind of threw me for a loop. Called 8. And then they go Hand Destruction, which I'm so glad I saved Ash. And I didn't just use it like an idiot on the Reasoning. Ash in that Hand Destruction was clutch. Because I would have lost the keys to victory, essentially. But they did mill some like Black Awakening and I think Scarlet Sanguine. So they get to go ahead and banish both of those. And set to Conquistador and Hakero. That's the other one. Hakero. That's like the DD Crow. Conquistador's the pop, Hakero's the DD Crow, and then I think it's like Guardian. That's the one that like makes like a monster non-target 0 attack. I very vaguely remember that card being played in a long time ago. Like back like in the Synchro Edlich days. At least my friend was teching it. I draw Con for turn, which is nuts, and then, ooh, standby main Duster, slap on the field. There are few things in life that feel as good as that. I will tell you right now. There are few things that feel as good as Dustering for 4+. And then normal summon your 1-card combo starter. So, we get to, again, witness me playing Solitaire here. We're going to link into the Dryas. Dryas will add a copy of Sowing. And now, I'm so glad I didn't have to use Evenly Match, because now it means I have a battle phase. I can try to go for game here, which is exactly what I need to do. I have to actually end the game now, because I know whatever end board I put up will be so bad against whatever he's able to set up in the end phase with everything that I just put into his graveyard. Everything's going to reset itself. So, just going to keep it plain and simple. Get bodies on field, like I normally would go for my end board, and that should just be enough damage at the end of the day. Bring out the Laurel, link into the second Jasmine, gain 5, trigger both Jasmines to search some plants, and we're going to grab Lilyboria, And, which, I mean, that's just 2,400 damage right there. Plus both Jasmines are at 16, that's 32, that's 52, that's 5,600. So we're close, we're not quite there. Gonna grab a Petal to get the Rikka cards online. Send off the old Laurel, grab the Disco, activate Disco, grab the one and only Therion King Regulus, and go ahead and link off both Lily and the Jasmine into Amelius, bring back the Seed, link into the Benji, and then Regulus slap itself on the field, equipping that Lily. So that's a 3,500 plus 25. That's 6,000 plus that's 76. I'm at 7,600 right now. Normal Petal, activate Petal, play the field spell. Okay. This makes sense here. Yeah. Okay, I declared the wrong effect. I thought I declared Petal there. But I ended up setting with Con, and then I used Petal effect to set. Doesn't really matter the order here, but my opponent has no ways to interact right now. Yeah, I'm just running through the motions. Primula effect, Princess effect, put that on field, and this is just game right here. I don't really need to do anything else, but I'm bad at math, so I was just like, I'm just going to get my ad back first here before I actually enter the battle phase, but 45... 75, that's 8k without even attacking the Jasmine, because the Regulus is boosted up to 35 again, which is that secret effect of gaining 700 when it's equipped with another Therion. All Therions say that. And we go to game 3. Quick shout out to Imperium Duelist, guys. Check them out at the link below. Also, a reminder, please don't forget to use my TCG Player affiliate link anytime you guys shop and check out on TCG Player. It does go a long way to help support the channel, so please consider using that next time you need to pick something off that site. And in game 3, my opponent decides to go first again, and I didn't change my siding patterns. I left everything in just the way I did from game 2, because I kind of figured I'd be going second again. And we draw Duster, Loyal Duster yet again. Hopefully somebody, I can't wait for somebody to say that I cheated. Much like the last time I drew Duster when it was convenient and I got called a cheater. But yes. I don't know, I got lucky. I don't know what else to say. It's just pure luck right there. But my opponent is probably very much well onto the fact that you know, I've got all those spell and trap removal cards in, so they're gonna try to use that Horus engine in a way to try to deal with that. And also this, like, King Sarcophagus, like, field spell. I had no idea this card even existed. But apparently it just adds King Sark. Which I was like, damn. And it's also just treated as King Sark. Which, like, kind of blew my mind. Oh, and here we are with the triple normal summons in hand again. It's always those three. It's Petal, it's Lonefire, and it's Loki. I mean, I gotta... So I think I will do one more updated deck profile before I put the deck up on the shelf again. I don't know how I'm going to change the deck up. I really don't. I might make Loki a 2 of. Just because I like having multiple Lonefire in the deck. Just because it can be anything I need it to be, and it's also just the best thing to hit off of Dancepion. I don't know. But they go ahead and use King Sark there. Go ahead and set another name.
Yeah.
And they go ahead and pitch a Sanguine. Do it again. And they're going to dump. I think that's Downwind Tap for Imseti. Probably make this preview I'm looking at a little bit bigger so I can get a better idea of what's going on. Yeah, so Imseti and Q gonna get brought back out, and he's gonna go ahead and make Zombie Vampire. Who would have guessed? Make us both mill 4 here. It is gonna resolve this time, and I get a Petal and a Primula. Primula getting hit kind of hurts low key because that is a kind of a crucial one of. Lets you resolve Glamour for 2 on level 4s, but also milling Petal is pretty nice. He gets an Imseti, so he gets to bring that out for free. obviously not going to bring back one of my monsters. I don't really think there's a reason to do that. I mean, you could argue he could steal the pedal to prevent the end phase effect, which maybe be really heads up. But then he would not be able to do what he's about to do, which is go for another rank 8, and this time it's going to be Hope Harbinger, which is a spell negate. So he's ready to stop Lightning Storm, he's ready to stop Duster. Just not evenly matched, though. About to set that up right now, anyways. Sanguine, banishing to set Golden Lord, or Golden Land Forever. I think that is. Which I think is just like an Omni Negate. For just anything so long as you have the Golden Guy in play. I just want to pull that up. Yeah, Golden Land Forever. When a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated while you control an Edlich monster, tribute a zombie monster, negate the activation if you destroy that card. So, at this point, I'm like, okay, well, he's got a way to stop Duster, first and foremost, with Hope Harbinger, and he's got a way to stop literally anything else. And, I forgot to use Pedal in the end phase, but low-key, I'm glad I did, because I have Unexpected Die in my hand. And I didn't want, I'm glad it just didn't conflict. Because it could have, right? And I'm like just looking at my grave right now, realizing I could have brought that back. Because I'd make the worst possible top deck ever, in that of Sheet. But low-key, I know that the game's not going to end this turn. And having access to Sheet could be kind of nice. So they go ahead and obviously negate the Unexpected Die, which is a little interesting. But I understand why. And I was really focused on like getting the Duster to resolve here. But what I just failed to realize in the moment was like Duster not resolving means I can play freely. So I just throw the Duster out anyways. And that just does get them to obviously to force the yeah, that just forces out the Golden Land Forever. And now I am free to play. Because I know the other card, I think, is just another revival spell for, like, Golden Lord. So I just normal summon out Loci, and we're off to the races again! Yeah! So we're going to go on Lincoln to Dryas and play some Plant Solitaire. So we're going to bring out the Twin off of the Sowing.
1, 2.
And do our Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. And we're going to go ahead and bring out the Healer and bring out the Loci and then gain the 300. One thing I also noticed too recently is I think it was, I can't remember if it was last tournament I played this deck or this tournament, but I realized that Unexpected Die is no longer an OTK onto like an open board or a board with one monster because you needed multiple Dryas to be able to do that OTK line with Thrasher and Melius. Which is really sad, because that was like one of my favorite lines to do off of Unexpected Die, low-key. It was just a great way to end the game really quickly off of Unexpected Die. Didn't really force you to commit too far into your combo. You could just do it quickly just to save time. But I don't believe it's possible anymore, because I think you needed multiple Dryas to do that. But yeah, continuing the line on as normal. Going for the Lily Borea here, setting off the Laurel, and we're just building a board here, but I know it's going to be a little bit easier said than done here to try to actually go for a game. And I'm also just making sure I don't mess it up, obviously. So, I'm also trying to
target Lily.
I don't know the name of the spell that he has. I don't think it's Black Awakening, although it could be. All I know it's like a reborn spell for Golden Lord from Hand or Grave. So we get Regulus on field, we get Bengalancer on field.
Okay, so...
And still don't have access to Con yet.
Back, tributing this.
And we're going to go ahead and bring out Snowdrop and bring out Petal alongside it, because again, I already used my normal summon this turn, so I can't just normal summon Petal. So I have to get it out on the field that way. That's going to secure me Mudon. Mudon will tribute over the Petal. Mudon effect is importantly going to get me access to Con. We'll get that in play. Con will go ahead and go set here. And this is where not having Primula is kind of going to throw me for a loop. Just because now I don't have a way to get 2 bodies to search. And I don't, yeah, so that cannot be targeted unless it's targeted by a monster, especially from the graveyard. So I'm getting a read on that, and I know number 38 has its redeclare effect in the battle phase. And I've got this Lone Fire chilling in my hand. And what's in my graveyard? I think there's just one princess in there.
Glamour Tribute.
Yeah, so we go Glamour Tribute. And yeah, this is also, I realize I can't even resolve Glamour for 2 because both my petals are actually in my graveyard. So I have to tell my opponent that I can't tribute. I can't even resolve the effect to search 2, so I have to only search 1 off of the Glamour, which is going to be Princess.
Don't have 2 at the same level.
So we grab Princess, and again, I need a way to get rid of the zombie vampire. I need a way to get rid of the number 38, and have a way to. I obviously have a way to stop. I have to be able to way to stop the Golden Lord getting on field with Regulus, which I do. I can get rid of the Lily to stop that. But then we obviously go down to 2,800, and then we have 25 from Bengal Lancer. And in my mind, I'm also like, how do I get rid of the King Sark, right? That's the other thing I was worried about too. Like, I need to get rid of King Sarcophagus if I want to be able to, you know, go for game here. Not really, I guess. What I should have done here, actually, hold up. Because right now I'm like tunnel visioning on like getting King Sark off the field, but one thing I'm also forgetting is that the field spell counts as King Sark too. Yeah, so I activate a Mudon, and then I put the King Sark to the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so I don't know why I did that. I should have just made Teardrop. Teardrop tributes. Like, Teardrop could tribute the number 38, and then gain 300, battle phase, attack over the zombie vampire, attack. Yeah, I don't know, that's tough, And there's that Lone Fire, there's that second Lone Fire, so clutch. But I don't know exactly what I'm gonna, what do I get off this, Lily? I think I get a Lily. Yeah. And also, here's my zones again, low-key messing me up. Yeah, my zones are a little different. It would have been nice to be able to, like, if I would have hit another plant, to be able to, you know, make another rank 8, like, Teardrop there. Because then I really would have been able to go for game. So we bounce number 38 back, and then we go into the battle phase here.
He's gaining 700. So
he's at 35. Attack over for 500, and then 24, 25, and 12.
Attempt to swing in for 25.
And I think I dropped my opponent down to 600 after all is said and done.
12.
Which I just wish there was a way to get actual game on board.
Yeah, because I gained...
I wish there was a way to actually put game on board, but there isn't. There just isn't a way for game, not that I could see anyways.
Go ahead.
So I unfortunately have to pass turn there. And yeah, I get a little taken back by the field spell still counting as King Sark. But at least I got like King Sark itself off the field, which means it's not like a free discard outlet anymore, I guess. And also putting him at 600 makes it so the Golden Land, or Cursed Eldland is now completely dead. He does try to use it, but he realizes, you know, he's at 600, so he can't use it.
You're good.
Just 300 life points short there, being able to actually use that. So, and I'm at 58, so like time is getting close. As you can probably tell, this video has been a pretty lengthy one.
Yep.
So it's getting close to time. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes, 5 minutes or so left on the clock. Maybe less than that. Yeah, just looking back at the clock. My friend in the background is getting a little heated, getting super probably 4 times in a match. And yeah, brings back Q.
That is.
And then I'm reading the field spell. I'm like, damn, that's actually, yeah, that actually works like that. That's crazy. It's just King Sark 2.0. So he gets to bring back 3 big guys, just like that. And I'm glad in hindsight, getting rid of King Sark wasn't so bad, because now he could have like pitched another card to get the last name out, the Dalmatef, and that thing just becomes huge. But he drew King Sark anyways, so that feels really bad. And then he gets like the battle phase effect of King Sark 2, which is what attacks you can just send. And right here, I'm really deciding on how I want to do this. What I should have done here, I think, is just really quickly just gone like sheet, tribute happy, target the Imseti to take, then chain Bangalancer to bounce the Q. And then he's just left with just Golden Lord on field, and then I have an Omni Negate. But I let him get battle phase, just because I know I can sheet. So sheet goes and does his thing, gets rid of the happy, takes the Imseti, doesn't get the double add back, which is low-key one of the most broken effects. Doesn't declare Q's effect, which was fine by me. And then he goes Golden Lord, I think. Yeah, because I still have, what's it called, engraved?
He's at 35.
Yeah, and then he attacks into the Regulus, which kind of confused me, but he was using the effect of the Golden Sark, or the King Sark, rather. And that happens in damage step, I believe, and Regulus doesn't negate activations, so I can't stop that, which is a little unfortunate.
So I'll take 800. I'll protect with the...
Yeah, so he attacks over the Bangalancer. I protect.
Yep.
And I think he could have technically got to redeclare with the Q. Because the monster count changed. Maybe I'm wrong because it reached damage step. I think that might be why. But now he's just going to go ahead and proceed to end phase here. Reset a Conquistador. I get Pedal back. And I draw for turn. Draw Glamour, which is kind of huge. I get to main phase, which is also huge. I was expecting to maybe Conquistador there, but he decides not to. Because now Bangalancer is just a free way to get rid of Lord. And I normal summon the Pedal, or not the Pedal, rather, sorry, the Lone Fire. And then I link off into the second Dance Peon. This is what I'm talking about. This is going to allow me to get access to everything right now by making 2 level 4s on the field. And this gets me into Strenna, which gets me back to Snowdrop, I think, which is exactly what I need. And asking if there's anything on summon. No effect. He goes Conquistador, I go Chain Bangalancer.
Chain target.
So that's going to make it so he cannot get the pop effect of Conquistador. I'll take 25, which still keeps me up in life points. It's one hell of a duel, by the way. And then we go Strenna effect to add back. And we're going to go ahead and add the Snowdrop. And then Glamour effect, which I still have 1 target left in deck. Well, 2 targets. One of them they're just being the Princess. And yeah, he says it's game because time is called right there. Yeah, right there. Time of the round. And I'm up at 23 to 600. And we take the dub. Finally topping locals with Rikka and Avalon. Oh my goodness, it felt good to do that. Get back to some Speedroid cash here. Hope you guys enjoyed this little Rikka adventure. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And last but not least, a big shout out goes to our Kurt Divine level channel members who are Cadillacs, Pony Stark, H8 Cyber, Misfid, Green, and Robin's assistant. Thank you guys so much as always for extremely kind and very, very generous support of the channel.